Hi everyone, this is Dr. Rajani, and this video is for anyone who is interested in starting their higher education, whether it's a community college, university, and you are feeling stuck and not sure what to do to take the next step, or you are the first generation who will ever go to college in your family and you don't have any support. So I'm dedicating this message to anyone who is wanting to go into that higher education journey. So if you, doesn't matter where you are, whether you're just out of high school or you have done work and now you are thinking about going back to school, whatever your reason may be, whether you are 18 or where you are 65, education in this country, we are lucky that education is for anyone at any time. I am from Fiji, where it sounded funny for a lot of people when if you were like 40 or 50 and you were going back to school. It was like, what are you doing? You're supposed to have done that in your grade school, high school, and then, when you were 20, 21. In the US, luckily, that's not the case. You can go to school whenever you want. And a lot of times, people have this anxiety, and many times it's called the parking lot syndrome. And it's because people make it to the parking lot and then they are so scared to go in, so afraid. They're just thinking about financial aid, thinking about talking to an advisor, and just a lot of doubts within yourself. Everybody has that. That's normal, especially if you have worked and are coming back into education, or if you've left a job and now you need to go and get some credentials, or you're just doing it for yourself now. Right? You have provided caregiving to your children, or you did caregiving for your parents, and now you're just coming back into like, I want to do something for myself. This is for you. It is okay to be nervous, but do know there's a lot of support, especially for your associate's degree and for your undergraduate. There's a lot of financial support if you are a resident or a citizen of the US. And there's a lot of support from there's advisors who can support you within like the institution itself, and as well as in the departments that you are interested in. If you have never done this before, you should start with seeing an academic advisor. Every school has academic advisors. They can take you from where you are, whether you have done prior classes in different schools or you just have a bunch of questions. You always should start by looking for an academic advisor, and every institution has one. From there, write down your questions, whatever questions you have. How will I get the money to go to school? What kind of grants and loans I will need? And then from there, your advisor can tell you the different departments you would need to go to. And of course, there are peer advisors within the department of the main institution. They have a academic advising department. They will be able to take you through the steps. And if they don't, then you would want to go to the admissions counselor, and then also the financial aid. But there will always be like the dean of the academic advising, there's the manager, and then there's academic advisors. It doesn't mean that if you, kind of like with healthcare, if you get one information that is you think not aligning to you, that doesn't mean that's the end of it, right? You can get second opinion. So same thing with academic advising. To get into an institution, you can always go to different advisors, get some opinion about what you want. Most of the time, I would say, is academic advising. There are great advisors in every university because they want you to come in, right? They want you to come into their institution and get an education. And if you become someone very successful or good at something in life, then they say, oh, we taught them. He was the first, or she was the first to come into my institution. They met me first, yada, yada, yada. So the bottom line is, you first want to know what it is that you want to do. And you don't have to like have anything set in stone, because I will say about my life, once you go on the path of education, your career will find you. It's not the other way that you find your career and then go towards that, because when you have so many opportunities, you don't even know what clubs there are or different departments there are, and you will develop. That's what higher education is, right? You grow, and when you grow, you will find different avenues for excitement, different avenues for what gives you joy. And you may think, oh, I wanted to do this. I think I am more wanting to do pottery or art or accounting or EMT or become a professor, whatever it is. You can make your decision of what you want to do in life, and then from there, it's just go and explore. There's so many things you can explore in school. It's not just about education in the classroom. There's clubs. Each school has different activities for students in different clubs. You can create your own club. I'm not affiliated with any university at this time, but I have been a student for my whole life. I have my doctorate in educational and organizational leadership and learning. And so I've gone through school. I have spent about 20 years of my life going to school. And now I'm just doing research and living my life doing whatever I love for fun. I do art. I do a lot of baking and cooking, and I do research. I'm working on my third book. And so, it's different things for different people. Your education doesn't need to lead to like something that you want to do in a corporate world or in an office. It can be anything. So just go out and explore. And there are people along the way. When you take that first step in life on where you want to go, there are going to be people along the way who will help you. There's always going to be people. You just have to be aware, look out. You may be thinking something, I want to do this. Say, for example, I want to be an accountant. Guess what? Maybe there's an accounting club on campus that you'll be able to join and be able to it'll take you to the next step. And you may realize, I don't want to do accounting. Or I want to do physical therapy, right? There may be something you can connect with an advisor. That's down the road. The first step to figuring out what you want to do is talking to an advisor. Really looking within is you don't have to be set in stone for something, but just have an idea. I want to do math. I want to do accounting. I want to do English. When you first start college, you will not kind of go into like the program that you are interested in. You have to first do the general classes, right? There's like math and many levels of math. There's English. They will assess you for English, and then the social sciences. And from there, you can figure out what you need to do next. But before all of that is most time people have question about how they're going to pay for their school. There's the financial aid office. And if you have never gone to school, never gone to college, there's grants. You don't have to take out loans to pay for your education. The benefit is if you have never gotten an undergraduate degree, or if you have even like taken some undergraduate classes, you still have enough grant that you can do to continue to go forward with your education without taking out loan. Of course, you want to do well, because if you don't do well and you're partying all the time and you don't make the good grades, then maybe they will say you have used up enough grants and now you have to take out loan. But either way, there is loans and there is grants available for your education. Now, if you're doing your master's or your doctorate, those grants are not available because they are for anyone who is doing undergraduate. If you're doing your master's or your doctorate, then of course you have to take out loan or pay out of pocket. For me, I paid my master's out of pocket, and then of course I had to take out loan for my my doctorate. But that's a lot of steps to go for education. Education is not about just doing something because the society is telling you to do. Education, sometimes we feel this within us. Like for me, it was not about a career. It was about my own fulfillment, that I wanted to get an education, because growing up, my father would always tell me that's one thing nobody can take from you. And it's true. Education teaches you discipline. It teaches you mastery of how you need to dedicate your time and resources on how to be disciplined to become a best version of yourself, right? So if you are ready to take the plunge to go to college and to, I wouldn't say like to get a better job, but I would say to better yourself so you can be aligned to the career or to become your own boss in being an entrepreneur, then this message is for you. Take this message as you are ready to apply. You're ready to go and figure it out. There's resources you don't have to pay anyone until you are ready to apply. And the application usually is between $50 and $100, sometimes $25, sometimes free. But do not pay anyone, like someone who says like, I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna do your application and everything, and then I'm gonna get you into the school. No, there are so many people out there who will try to take advantage of you because you don't know anything. Financial aid, applying for that is free. Talking to an advisor is free. They get paid by the state or private, if they're private college, then they are getting paid by their institution. You do not have to do any of those things to get in. If someone promises you that you will get in, you need to go and check with. You need to go into the institution in the office of admissions counselor, of an academic advisor. They can help you with all that. You do not have to spend a dime unless you are filling out the application fee and giving it online or in person. Now, the information I have, because of the 20 years I've gone to school, so make sure to check online of whatever school or community college that you are interested in to get the relevant information. Because, with current technology development, there's so much going on. Every week, there's some kind of changes, right? So take that upon yourself to do research, because nobody's gonna hold your hand step by step on like when you are doing your exam. You have to do some things yourself. That discipline will take you into like completing your degree. So take this message that I'm giving you, this is your message. You need to, if you are thinking about it, you can apply to schools. But don't get overwhelmed. Stay calm and know that everything will work out. You just need to meet with an advisor, or if there's a phone appointment, you can do that, or nowadays probably you can do a Zoom call after you schedule the appointment, and they will help you with that. Write down all the questions you have, and they will have enough time to go over those things with you. And you can ask to connect with someone from the school that you are at. People want you, institutions want you, because they want bodies to go through school. Okay? They want bodies in the classroom or in the virtual classroom. And you want an education, so there's a good fit. So take this as an inspiration to go to school, better your life, become self-sufficient, become an entrepreneur, work in a corporate, whatever floats your boat. But at least start with that, because education in the college, in the community college or in a university is not just sitting in the classroom. You will come across so many different thinkers and thought schools that you're inspired to learn from. Always keep an open mind when you are going to something new, and you will always learn, because once you realize that you are a fish in your own pond, but there's an ocean outside, there's people who are doing different things that can be an inspiration for you, that's when learning starts. If you have any questions, you can post it in the comment, and I'm definitely here to help with anything. I am a big fan of education, because education is one thing nobody can take away from you. You can use that to whether work for someone else or work for your own self. Be your own boss. And once you know how to think properly with an open mind, then nobody can take that away from you. Always keep an open mind. There's so much out there that a lot of times, because of the way we grow up, we are not able to unlearn those habits to learn again. And that's what education is, being able to unlearn what we have learned from childhood, if those were not good for us, and then relearn. I love you all.